Alrighty, welcome back to another live stream. So, we're back on Train Simulator 2018 once again. That's a noise. So, for today's journey, we're heading back over to Britain again. Because this game seems to have mostly British stuff. Yeah. Would be nice if we had more stuff in other countries. Although for the most part, in this game, seems to be mostly America, Britain, and Germany. Yeah, there's only a few routes that are in other places as well, but today's main focus is the Brighton Mainline. This is going to be our second special on the Brighton Mainline. And, don't know if I'm going to do any more here on the Brighton Mainline. But Brighton Mainline, it's a cool line. It goes from London to Brighton, just like it does in real life. So there's no missed opportunities or anything. Well, except for the fact that there's no Gatwick Express included. So, yeah. Yep, no Gatwick Express included. You have to buy that separately. Anyways. What the? Okay. OBS, show the game. There we go. Alright. Here we are on London Victoria Station. Already we have a Class 387 pulling out of Brighton. Okay, that's a bit of a lie. It's not actually pulling out of Brighton. It's actually just pulling up to a red signal. It's opened its doors. So, here we are in the quite cool looking London Victoria. Yep. Despite the fact, this is pretty much what it looked like back in 2012. But whoever said that was a bad thing. It's not really a bad thing. I don't think London Victoria looks too different from what it looks like now. But, hey, it's cool. This is a Class 387 right here, Gatwick Express. This isn't the train that we'll be driving for today. But it is pulling out. There it goes. There's also another 387 about to pull into the station. I think this is our one. cab. This particular Class 387 here, yep, and we've had a thing. Derailment due to switch against train. Even though... Okay, then let's restart. That was probably a red light or something that I didn't notice, as usual. Everything should be working as it's supposed to. There's something we didn't see earlier. Class 73. Looks like that one's waiting at the signal for something. The 73 at the red light. It was waiting for something. So this was going the opposite direction. So, oh, what could have happened? there's that 73. Ah. Okay, so the light is green. Everything should be lined up. Okay, so now that we've been over there safely. Oh. Okay then, now let's do some editing. So it looks like the game is being interesting today, so therefore we'll have to make some changes. Yeah, something wrong with something. Okay. So then I moved over to Battersea Park. And there's like the power station and stuff. There's even fencing. Please do not leave bags unattended, as it is now. I forgot to set the time. Oh well, we can ignore that. Alrighty, so this is a interesting way to do something. Okay. Check out this banking. So this Class 387 reskin has been around and transmitted for a few good years now. And so was the Class 387 on the Gatwick Express. Originally it came to be in 2016. These trains they entered service, and so this reskin was created. And the Class 387 is the newest train in the Electrostar family, and the final train in the Electrostar train family. Which is probably for the best, because technically, because out of all the trains in the Electrostar family of trains, 4 of them are pretty much almost the same. You know, they have the same body style, just slightly different headlights. In fact, the newer ones have a headlight on the bumper. Yeah, so this reskin was done by a guy called Super Alps or something like that. And I wonder how he added this little headlight here. It's actually quite nice little detail. Although we don't officially have a Class 387 in transmitter, so this is a reskin of the Class 375, but at the same time they're basically the exact same thing. It's just the 387 is just slightly modified, and the windows are supposed to be a bit more slanted. Although the guys at Master Key Simulations might have said that they might be making an official 387, we'll have to know in the future. Although an official 387 would be nice, because this basically isn't really well, it's sort of a 387, kind of, but. Yeah. Although if you want to download this reskin in here, then you'll have to own the Class 375 that comes with the South London Network line. or DLC. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, there isn't just this one Gatwick Express paint job. There's also one in GWR and Thameslink and Great Northern, I think. Basically, all of the railways that own 387s, which is about 4 of them or 5. I'm not entirely sure. Hmm. Although I'm really not sure why they had to get Class 387s when they could have just stuck with the 460s that were built back in 2001. But of course, in 2012, when the Class 460s were phased out, they replaced those with the Class 442s, which were already fairly old trains. And then 2016, the 442s were phased out and then replaced with these. Although only difference is that the 387s are actually brand new. The first ever ones were built back in 2014, and then later down the line there was a few more. The first ever one was the 387 variant 1, then they brought the 387 variant 2, and then they made a variant 3, although that's officially it. No more, or I don't think any more of the 387s are going to be made now, because we have even newer trains that will be coming in sometime in the 2020s, possibly near the late 2010s. But we'll find out as time goes on. What's also interesting is that in the reskin pack that you get, or you can get for this train, is that it comes with branded, the branded Gatwick Express paint job, which is this one, which I think is pretty cool. But you also get an unbranded version, which is basically just red, and that's about it. I decided to include the unbranded versions as a part of this journey. Although I'm not sure if these unbranded versions still exist, or maybe eventually these became branded versions. I'm not entirely sure. Also, I did kind of hear that the Gatwick Express was 12 cars long. I'm not entirely sure if that's actually true, because I just have this 8-car version. Although, I think these are actually 12-car versions, but I don't actually know for sure, so I just went with this 8-car version. But if these do actually run in 12-car versions, then let me know. And if I ever return to the Gatwick Express in the future, then I might do the 12-car version, which is realistic. Yeah. Well, the thing that I should know this stuff, because I've been doing some more studies on British trains. Of course, we have a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up. Okay, 0% throttle and 20% throttle. Then we have a 45, then we have another 60, and hopefully we get a 70 or a long stretch where we can test out this train's top speed capabilities, because I think this train can achieve 110 miles an hour, which is, I think, still slower than the 360, although, the 460, I mean. Although I'm not entirely sure of how fast the 460 actually went. The one in Trainsmith goes about 116 miles an hour, as I tested in the Brighton Mainline live stream that I did back in January. So this is East Croydon. East Croydon. Ooh, here we go. A 90's coming up. There we go. So we'll be able to go a lot faster. I do plan to go over the speed limit just so we can test out the speed and capabilities of this train. The speed and capabilities. What the heck is that noise? Oh, now suddenly there's a sun blind. Also, these textures here look There should be a window there. Although I hear the 375 that you get with the South London network is basically just a reskin or repaint of the class 377, which was originally included with the London to Brighton route back in 2012, which is really old in terms of tracemen. In fact, if we look on one of these, I think it's this one, this coach here. Is it this one? Nope. Yep, it was this one. The wheels don't turn on this one. This is the middle coach. I don't actually know what the name is, but and these wheels still don't turn for some reason. I don't know if that's just a glitch or lazy programming, but of course that wasn't fixed in the preparation of the South London network, and it still wasn't fixed when they made the 375 reskin. I think it was the blue southern one. So I don't know what's up with Dovetail Games. They you know, Dovetail, they have come in and fixed many of the glitches that were in Train Simulator. Although this glitch here is still in the game for some odd reason. I think that might still be a reoccurring glitch on some of the newer trains that they've made. Anyways, now it's a 90. I'm actually going to go over the speed limit and see how fast the thing can possibly go. Because I did read in the manual that this train is modified to go 110, which is the top speed of the actual 387. Also, I am aware of the sound pack that was made by Armstrong Powerhouse, or the enhancement pack. Now, I think it's just a sound pack that they made for this train, which makes it sound more realistic. Although I wonder if that's been updated or if they just stuck with the same sounds or something. Because I did watch the video where they showed off the sound pack, and the sounds were not great. Sounded kind of weird. So I wonder if they made an update to that. I would think so, because Armstrong Powerhouse, they actually take time and effort, or they actually put time and effort into the sounds that they make for their trains and enhancement packs and stuff. So it's at least it's something. Okay, so this thing does indeed have a top speed of 110 miles an hour exactly. You'd think that would be slightly over, but I guess that's not the case here. Then again, Super Elves, when he did make this reskin, he also edited the physics file for this train to make it more realistic, or realistic to a 387. Although another thing I wonder is that the top speed of the train is 110, and I wonder if they also raised the speed limit on this line, because here in Train Simulator it's 90 miles an hour. So I wonder if they actually made it higher in real life, but we won't know for sure until Dovetail might make an update to this route, which they most likely won't, because usually whenever they update the routes, they just change some of the scenery and stuff. They don't actually update any of the speed limits and put down the correct speed limits. You know? Because Dovetail want to be realistic, but at the same time, sometimes they cut corners. So let's see. Is that a broomstick or something? Right there, I'm not sure. So, also I should say, if Master Key Simulations are making a full-on Class 387, that would actually be quite cool, because the Class 460 that they made was amazing. Definitely raises the bar in Train Simulator. So, if they're also going to be making the 387, I would love that. And it would also be nice to have a proper Class 387 in the game. I mean, this reskin, it's not bad. It at least gives us something, or what is a sort of Class 387, but at the same time, it's not 100% accurate. But you know, it's something. But okay, we're only down 80 for a short amount of time, so we might as well keep going faster. But you know, if Master Key Simulations do make a Class 387, that's a oops, there's a bit of errors I saw on the track here. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure why that's there. Well, here's like an abandoned station. These platforms have lots of bushes and stuff on it. Well, this platform does anyway. But if they do make a Class 387, definitely a must buy. Most importantly, get it for the London to Brighton route. Well, they did recently check out the Master Key Simulations Facebook page, and they might plan on creating a website in the future, but so far they have just a Facebook page, which is cool. You should definitely check it out. Currently they're making a or I also saw that Master Key Simulations are making a ooh, there's a 450. That's 450 going by. I'll also drive the Class 450 someday as well. I probably will in the future. I just don't know when. But there will be a time. The time will come, and you guys will all get to see it. Yeah, so I heard that Master Key Simulations are currently developing a new HST. Although looking from the model, it is quite cool. Because Armstrong Powerhouse, they made enhancement packs for the Class 43 HST, which were pretty good. Although when they came around to making the VP185 enhancement pack for the HST, it wasn't exactly the best because the thing with the VP185 HST, which runs on the London Midland line, it has 6 headlights, and meanwhile the VP185 in Train Simulator only has 4 headlights, and you would think that Armstrong Powerhouse would try to alter the model and give it 6 headlights like it does in real life, but guess they missed out on that. Oh, here we're coming into Gatwick Airport. Oh, I should have actually programmed it so we would have to make a stop here at Gatwick Airport like this train does in real life. Oh, well, too late now. We could pretend, though. Or we could have, but too late. So yeah, Armstrong Powerhouse, they missed out on 3 headlights on their VP185 enhancement pack. However, Master Key Simulations will be fixing, or, fixing this issue, but at the same time making a new one. So they'll be making a all-new VP185 HST, which will have 6 headlights like it does in real life, which is nice. And it will hopefully also be, better than the default Dovetail version, and have, good sounds, good features, good everything, really. But we'll find out in the future. Oh, there is a kind of a slight problem with that because there really isn't many routes in Train Simulator where you can actually use the VP185 HST. The only real one there is London to Bedford, which is 50 miles long in Train Simulator. It would have been nice if they would extend the Midland Mainline to further places. Like, well, I don't actually know where the Midland Mainline goes, but it would be nice if it got an extension, because it's currently only 50 miles long in Train Simulator, just London to Bedford, which is really, really short. But we'll see what happens. They also heard that that Master Key Simulations are developing a new Class 47, which is cool. Even though it technically already exists, or it does, well, sort of. Although it's the default Kuju version, but then Dovetail made the classic version trains pack, which had the HST and the Class 47. I'll definitely love to get that someday in the future. The only real question is when, and to be honest, I'm not sure. Possibly this summer, maybe. Speaking of summer, the summer is right now, so the summer sale should be a thing really soon. Or it might be in July. I think last year it was in June, but this year it might be July. It made more sense because July is really a proper month to have a summer sale. Because for some people it doesn't really feel like summer until late June. This is some actually work. Yeah, but it's very short. wonder if that's actually realistic or not. Here's that cool looking viaduct. Okay, we're almost at Brighton. Coming up on Haywards Heath, platform 2. There's a bridge, and here comes another bridge. Coming up on Wivelsfield, platform 2. There's a little mini viaduct. Okay, these here are those plates, or those trippy thingies, and yet for some odd reason they didn't trip the sun inside the train. Or I don't think they did. Maybe they did and I just wasn't. Maybe they did and I just wasn't listening. Alrighty. Oh, here's an interesting bridge. This is there's a walk bridge. That goes from there to there. Yep. Alright, almost at Brighton, only 6.3 miles away. Alright, I'm coming up on a 75, so I'll just coast. And now we're at 75. Almost at Brighton though, so pretty soon we'll be able to switch trains. There's a tunnel sound. That was a bit weird. There's a 40 mile an hour speed limit. We should be slowing down, not speeding up. Yep, there's Brighton. Not sure why they have 2D trees right next to this road here, which is right next to the tracks. We would thought that they would put these 3D trees, which look somewhat nicer, but apparently we want to save frame rate by doing something that is not the most realistic thing in the world. Because usually you would want to put 2D trees in the distance because no one's going to see them, but it'll still look, or it'll still be authentic. Whereas if you put 2D trees right next to the tracks, then it looks worse. Okay. Brighton, platform 6. Oh wait, I want to get a picture with the 73. I forgot. Okay, reverse. Okay, now we'll just wait for the passengers to get on board or get off the train. Now we'll switch over to the class 73, which is right over there. Class 370 Electrostar. Oh, I could probably have changed the destination board, but I didn't think about it. Alrighty then, now we can drive class 73. Oh wait. Okay, maybe it's not a good idea that I okay, I have a plan. Okay. Okay, that works. Okay, here we are. In the class 73. Let's open the doors. So we're pulling inner city coaches for today because the proper coaches aren't actually included. So this here is the class 73, which was actually included as a little bonus with the class, or which is actually included with the class 460 as a bonus. Oh, we gotta put in the master key. Ah, there, now we can put in the reverser. Okay. Wait, par and... This is serve forward and par forward. What's the difference, though? Okay. Okay, so this is... You can tell this is Master Key Simulations by the, lots of detail and stuff. Okay, doors are closed. Okay, let's see if we can drive this train. Wait, this actually work? Oh, wow, this actually works. Okay, please ensure this loco is always cut when finished with. Okay, maybe I have to power it up. That's an interesting horn. Let's see. Brake mode, select. Okay. Maybe one of the brakes. Oh, that's the call, right? Driver to guard signal. Okay, where's the on and off switch in this thing? Okay, diesel engine. Okay, that's the diesel engine. Okay, we want the yeah, because this train does have the ability to run on third rail, so how do we gotta turn on the third rail stuff? Oh, this is interesting how you can do all this cool stuff. That's the parking brake. That's the change. Okay, this is actually quite cool. Question is, how do we turn on the diesel engine in this train? I don't think you can. This is the phone. I don't think. Hopefully, we won't need this. What is made by? This is manufactured by Siemens. All right. Sanding, exhaust. Those don't do anything. Okay, so we have to turn on the diesel engine. Diesel engine start. There we go. Guess we'll be running on diesel. Yeah, I guess this thing can run on third rail. Oh wait, maybe it's one of these. Nope, those don't do anything. Okay, line speed. Oh, that's light engine. Okay. All right. All right. Can we drive now? Okay, so we've turned it on. Oh, maybe it's... Okay, maybe that's not the case then. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, actually. Okay, we've started up the engine. Okay, what if we... Oh, is that auxiliary power? Maybe it is. Oh, Yep, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, actually. I should have tested this out earlier, actually. But I thought this was like one of those trains where you could just jump in and do things, but... Okay, that's just the locomotive brake. That's the AWS. Oh, shoe down. This doesn't do anything. Okay, that's engine stop. Okay, engine start. Okay. It's actually shoe up option. Brake selector. Okay, so the brakes are off. Yeah, the only problem is that the Alright, let's try some other things. Let's see, these witches do nothing. Let's see, that doesn't do anything. May have to put something in here for it to work. Although you didn't need to do that in the 360. So I may have to read the manual. Okay, maybe this has worked. There we go. Okay, all I had to do was turn on the AWS systems. Alright, so, for future reference, when you drive the Class 73, remember to turn on the AWS thing, which is... I don't know, but... Actually, where was this? Oh, it's behind the window, isn't it? Yep. So it's in a secret place which you can't even go to. Which is really nice, but... Oh well, that's fine. Here we go. That horn sounds interesting. They're pulling the Mach 3s, which don't make any sound because they're the Coogee ones. But that's okay. Alright, well at least we got the train moving, so all we had to do was turn on the AWS systems. Okay, so this train doesn't have the most power in the world, but I think the Class 73 was built back in the 70s or something. So it's not the most powerful thing in the world, but oh. Oh, that's cool. You have to press the windshield wiper thing multiple times. Okay, there we go. Now it's not on the way anymore. But yeah, I do believe that this Class 73 is actually one done by Master Key Simulations. I think Dovetail Games also made a Class 73, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I don't know. Although this thing does have a diesel motor, but I think it also has the ability to run on electric motors that this thing has. I don't actually know. Also, I wonder how good the brakes are. Actually, let's test those out when we come up to Preston Park. As we will find out shortly. Okay. Okay, the brakes are good. Just want to test them out real quick. Yeah, at least the brakes on the train are good, so if you have to stop really quickly, the brakes have you covered. So this train might take a while to build up speed, but if we just... I think... Yeah, because the amps go up after a while. I wonder how that works, actually. Yeah, as the amps go up more and more, then there's more power for the train itself. So this train seems to have some kind of crazy technology behind it, which makes it so, you know, lower indicator lights. Hang on, I should turn on the lights, actually. Oh, that's cool. I wonder what type of horn this is, actually. I wonder if it's like an air horn or some kind of electronic horn. I imagine it would be an air horn. It's a very small horn, though. Although, yeah, I do believe that Master Key Simulations also made this train. Well, actually, I wonder, did Master Key Simulations make this train, or is this just the one that Dovetail made, but Master Key Simulations just came along and enhanced it or something? Okay, so I didn't even need to. Okay. Yeah, so if you just hit this button a certain number of times, then it will move itself all the way over there, but eventually... Or maybe just complete a... Ooh, it's even unlocked. BR Class 73, traction pace. Oh, traction pace, that's interesting. We're going... It's a Class 73, we're doing 73 miles an hour. That's cool, actually. Okay, so we'll over there. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it's like a manual wiper, and then if you press the V button so many times, then eventually it will just move itself. Cab light. There we go. These graphics, though, look amazing. This must be Master Key Simulations, because all the details here look very realistic. About as real as the 387. Everything is realistic. You know, the sounds, the detail, the realism, everything. Yeah. This is... I was about to say the platform didn't load in, which is weird. I really just realized the Doppler effect isn't actually too great. Like, wait. What if we do this? Yeah, because if you look so far behind it, then it would be like it's not even there. Yep. $84 miles an hour, not bad. This train sounds interesting. Ding bell sausages. This is Wivelsfield that we're coming up on. Well, I think Domtron is alive. Oh, he left a... He must have left a text message and I didn't see it. Oh. That was Russell. Oh, here he is. Or he's just texting right now, actually. Okay, so I'm trying to be ready in half an hour. Okay, so that's 6:40, so he'll be here right at the end of the live stream. Alright, so we might be able to do something interesting. But, in the meantime, we drive the Class 73 to London, Victoria. So anyways, Danny's finally going upstairs, so I can say, hello everybody, this is Freud Bobbin here. He's something, but we can talk more. Although, I don't know why I turned off my iPad, because I should be paying attention to the YouTube chat. Although this... What the heck? Alright, anyways. So not a single comment left in the chat. But you know what? That's alright. Yeah. Also, tomorrow is the special E3 live stream. Although no one heard that because nobody's watching this live stream. And that live stream itself won't be happening until tomorrow, and this live stream won't be uploaded until Monday-ish or so. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, well, at least I'll be able to talk to Domtron here in half an hour and tell him or do things. I'm actually gonna get the headphones right now, and I'll be a second. All right. Class 73. This is actually a pretty cool piece of equipment, I'll say. That horn as well is kind of cool, actually. It just sounds funny to me in a way, but I like it. I'll like this horn. It's a good one. It's probably one of my favorite horns in the game, actually. This horn is cool. I really like it. Although I think that's Master Key Simulations, yeah, I think Master Key Simulations and Dovetails, their Class 73s are different, although I actually don't know. Here's that viaduct again. Hello, viaduct. I'm actually gonna get a picture of this train here. Class 73. This is one of my new favorite trains now. I've just decided. Yeah. Originally, I decided to wait until now to drive this train. Actually, so if I was at the beginning of the live stream, if I was looking like I had no idea what I was doing, I didn't. Because even though I've now owned the Class 360 pack since January, I haven't had the opportunity to drive this train, or haven't decided to drive this train until now. I've had this train, I just haven't decided to drive it until now. Because this train is cool, and it was worth the wait to drive this train. It was a bit confusing at the beginning, but that's with all Master Key Simulations trains, and that's okay. That's okay with me. Because you know what? It's realistic, and to be honest, if you're a train driver in real life, it's always that complicated, or at least if you're a British train driver. The Class 73 is definitely warmed up to me already. This is already a train that I will add as one of my favorites. Yep. It's known as technologically advanced. That was very bad English. It's known as technologically, it's like technologically advanced as the Class 460, but that's okay because this train is still realistic. I mean, heck, even in the beginning, I still didn't know how to actually get the train going, but again, all I had to do was just fire up the AWS systems. I had to turn on the engine. Yeah, thankfully I've hadn't needed to put anything to here, although if you want to, you can add in stuff into this, and you can also do stuff with this as well. It is quite cool, although I am ignorant of stuff like this and that, so I'm just not going to use it, but this stuff does function properly, so if you do know what you're doing, then I would suggest using these, but I don't know, I haven't got a single clue. This train is just a guessing game, really. But I kind of wish all trains were like that, to be honest. It really has more of a diverse experience. Like, it's not like your normal train, because pretty much every train in Train Simulator you just put the reverse into forward and then throttle. But with the 460 and the 73, you actually have to do stuff in preparation. You have to enter in, or when the 460, you have to enter in a pass. You have to put in the master key and enter in a passcode, which can be anything. And then here you have to put in the master key and turn on the AWS systems. But that's part of the fun. That's why I hope that Master Key Simulations make a Class 387. Because when they do, I will most certainly buy that. Possibly in a sale, of course, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Yep. Although Master Key Simulations do take a while to develop things. Ooh, that's a cool bridge up here. That's an interesting looking bridge. But you know what? Sometimes taking a long time to develop your stuff is sometimes better. Because it gives you more time to perfect things, or at least make something that you're happy with. And to be honest, if you really need to spend extra time to make yourself satisfied with something that you're making, I'd say go for it. Because you'll wind up with a better, more appreciated product in the end. That's something that Turn 10 should have known when they made Forza Motorsport 7. And Dovetail should know by now, as they keep making meh add-ons. It's like, why can't every other game developer be as... What the heck was that? Somebody skidded their wheels outside. But, why can't every developer be like Master Key Simulations? I mean, even if you're a big company, you should still put some time and effort. And some time and effort would have been nice when making Forza Motorsport 7, because, I actually heard on the video that they made for the June update to Forza Motorsport 7, and it was a live stream, and they were like, yeah, we were developing Forza Motorsport 7, and we had to rush to finish the game to get it out when it was released, and we wound up with a product that was buggy and glitchy and just a huge mess as a whole. Actually, let's stop at Gatwick Airport this time. Okay, slowing down. Well, the train actually has good brakes. I could probably wait till the mile marker before I actually put them on full. Hey, look! There's a plane! Hello, plane! Okay, he's gonna fly down, he's gonna land on the runway. Don't worry, he's not gonna crash. Also, this brake thing is interesting. Actually, where was the brake? Oh, it's there. A pretty sick, kind of cool. Okay, we've got to slow down now. Ooh, we're coming up on Gatwick quickly. Okay. I love that horn. That two-tone horn. I don't know why, but it's, you know, it's cool. So here we are in Gatwick Airport to make a stop on the Gatwick Express. Also, the engine itself doesn't seem to make any noise on the interior when you're on 0% throttle. I think that's realistic. Not 100% sure. Okay, slowing down for Gatwick Airport. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your driver speaking. We are now arriving at Gatwick Airport. Make sure to bring all the things that you have before you get on your plane to go to wherever in the world that you're going. Okay, we slowed down a little bit too quickly. But yeah, these brakes are better than I thought. I thought these brakes weren't going to be that good because this train is older than most. Okay, let's slow down. But the brakes are good on this train. Yes, I know we're using intercity coaches, but that's alright. Actually, I do wonder if there are, like, actual Gatwick Express coaches that the train pulls. Actually, no. Actually, just remember, the reason why... Actually, I think I know the reason why they actually include the Class 73 in this pack. It was because the Class 460 was faulty now and again. As the door is closed there. Yeah, because apparently the Class 460, as cool and interesting as it was, or at least I think it was, it had a few faults here and there. Actually, I should have pressed this button before I left the station, but too late now. Yeah, because apparently, whenever the Class 460 broke down, because apparently it was faulty, and the fact that the Class 460 was faulty might have actually been one of the reasons why they just why they turned it into a Class 458 and replaced it with thingies. Ooh, there's a Gatwick Express train. Hello. That train must be up to something. But yeah, maybe one of the contributing reasons as to why the Class 460 was turned into a 458 was because the train itself was faulty, and so they decided to, yeah. So there were times where you would see the Class 460 being hauled by a Class 73, and so maybe that's why they actually included these in the Class 4, and they've included the 73s in Class 460 DLC pack. Well, so maybe if you want to make a scenario with the Class 460, one where it was being hauled by a Class 73, then you could actually simulate that by just getting the 460 because it also comes with a 73. Which is actually really cool. Okay, apparently we're already coming up on Horley. Even though Gatwick is right there. So that's interesting. Although on this live stream, I'm getting a lot less comments than what I did on my train. In fact, I've gotten no comments at all. The only comment that's there is the one that I left at the very beginning of the live stream. Apart from that, nowhere near as many comments as there was on the Trains 2009 live stream. Maybe I should do more Trains 2009 now, apparently. Speaking of which, I've just decided that I will be doing Trains 2009 next week, possibly. And I should, because, well, it turned out to be very popular, actually, and popular is good. Good. And stuff. This will be doing some stuff. Okay, I did get on the fall there, so... Okay, so we were, unfortunately, not going to be able to test out the top speed of this train. But that's fine. It's an older train, so it doesn't really need speed testing, but oh well. Well, I wonder what we'll do when we get to London Victoria, because usually when you feel the crash, but I honestly kind of feel bad crashing the, or I shouldn't, because, you know, Class 73 is actually a cool train. Actually, no, I shouldn't say crash and Class 73 right next to each other, because it sounds wrong, to be honest. So we'll get to London Victoria, then we might do something. We might back it up into a yard and then do something else. Actually, I do have a plan. I've just decided. Oh, that's what I should have used the 450 for. The 454, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Although, I should drive the Class 450 sometime. Maybe not as a... Well, it shouldn't be a whole thing. Because the Class 450, despite the fact that they've included it in London to Brighton, or, well, they have included it in London to Brighton, except... it doesn't even get the center of attention. Because it's so rubbish. Ugh. Because originally, the Class 450, in fact I believe that the Class 450 included here in London to Brighton, it's the same Class 450 as the one that you get with the Portsmouth Direct line, which was made back in 2010. Although you all know the worst thing about that. Well, it's not really necessarily to do with the 450, because back in 2010, you know, back in 2010 they released the Class 450, and it was basically the first ever Desiro train that came to Train Simulator. Yeah. And then 5 years later, when they made the West Coast Mainline, or when Thomson Interactive came up with the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley route, that came with the Class 350, which has sounds that are copied and pasted from the Class 450 that was released 5 years before. I don't know. This is quite cool. But it's like Thomson Interactive. They go into so much detail with the route, with the announcements, in their scenarios and you know, all this stuff. I don't know, but then when they actually make their trains, they have the Class 350, which has sounds that are copied. Stupid word. Which has sounds that are copied and pasted from the Class 450, and even then, the Class 350 is pretty much the same model as the 450. I don't know. I don't know. The West Coast Mainline Trent Valley. It's a controversial route in the train simulator community. I do want to get the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley someday. Maybe not sometime soon, but possibly with the new Pendolino. Yeah. Yeah, and also what's kind of crazy is that when Dovetail Games, when they made the new Class 390 Pendolino, they actually made the scenarios on the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley because of reasons. Actually, I want to hear the clicking sound of the 73. Sounds interesting. But anyways, as I was saying before, what the heck was I saying before? Yeah. So they made the new Class 390 Pendolino centered around the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley, which is honestly really not that good of an idea. Yeah. I mean, what Dovetail really should have done Like was that. What Dovetail really should have done with the new Class 390 Pendolino is that they should have made a whole new section of the West Coast Main Line North, because we don't have the West Coast Main Line in general, not the West Coast Main Line North, but they should have made a new section of the West Coast Main Line, because the West Coast Main Line goes from London to Glasgow, or London, I think London Houston to Glasgow. I think it's London Houston. I'm not sure if it's that or another station, but even then, we don't have the whole entire West Coast Main Line. Like we have the West Coast Main Line North, we have the West Coast Main Line over Shap, West Coast Main Line Trent Valley, and I think there's also a West Coast Main Line South, which I think is available on UK Train Sim. I think, I'm not sure. So actually, I'm not entirely sure if that completes the whole entire West Coast Main Line. Maybe it does. I don't know. I'm really not that knowledgeable on the West Coast Main Line. Oh, this looks cool. Oh, that thing got in the way. I think it did. But yeah, I'm not 100% knowledgeable on the West Coast Main Line. But it's an interesting one. I'll say that. But yeah, what Dovetail should have done is that they should have made just a whole new section of the West Coast Main Line, a part that we haven't yet in Train Simulator, and include the Class 390 Pendolino with that, and maybe some other new trains. I think that would have worked a lot better. But, and I would have bought that, or I would have been more inclined to buy that, but Dovetail were like, nope, we'll just make the whole new Class 390 Pendolino, which I've heard it's not even that good. Like, you know, I would have hoped that the new Class 390 Pendolino would be better than the old one that was made back in 2011 with the West Coast Main Line North. The birds won't shut up, which is lovely. But yeah, what they should have done, you know, Dovetail were like, no, we'll just make a whole new Pendolino and just center it around a already existing route, which already isn't even that good in the first place. Because I remember when Maverick Hunter Daniel, he did his review on the West Coast Main Line Trent Valley route back in 2015, right around when it was announced. In fact, the route itself got, I think about, or it was mentioned about like 3 of his episodes of the Train Sim News show. I think he talked about in Train Sim News episode 9, and I think he might have also talked about it in like episode 11, and I think he started in 7 and then maybe gave it a mention in 8, or I don't know. I really need to rewatch more of the Train Sim News episodes, because I have actually watched every single episode of the Train Sim News show except for the episode where we interviewed Corey Afro, because it's an hour long, and I think I'll just watch that as a or as an MP3 file in the future. But apart from that, I have watched every single other episode. But not recently, though. Although I should. Yeah, we're coming up on a 60, so we'll just be prepared to slow down. Yeah, the brakes are really good. I didn't even need to slow down that much. That's sound. You burped. You burped again.
So what happened to the race?
No idea. Okay, soon coming up on, this is South Croydon, and then East Croydon. apparently there's a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. Which track are we going on? We should go in the middle. So why are we on the side? Can we change the points, actually? No. Okay, I guess we must absolutely go on to the thingy track, but you know, I'm not going to allow for it because it's a whole load of rubbish. What's that noise? Is that coming from the train? Okay, we made it out of East Croydon, which was slow Croydon for some odd reason. I don't know why that is, though. Ugh. Okay. I'm on Selhurst. Alright, picking up speed once again. Okay, so Domtron should be available, like, near now. Ugh. Class 73. It's quite cool. Actually, I think you can go in there and can actually change the numbers here. Like here out in front. I don't know if that's actually the case. Maybe. Possibly. Okay, I just realized, that platform just not loading. Okay, for some reason this platform just comes to an end there, I just realized. That's a little bit sausagey. That horn is cool. Okay, you know, let's respect the speed limit for now. Just because. Okay, that's bouncy. That's weird. But do these coaches actually make sound? Yeah. This one does. Yeah, also, I kind of wish that little sausage at the beginning didn't actually happen because, you know. But at the same time, you know, this live stream is just about to come to an end real quick. Well, I say that, Dumbtron turns out we might do one more thing. Oh gosh darn it. Dumbtron called. Hang on, give me just a second. Alright. Now my headphones are being silly. Okay, give me just a second. These headphones, man. Sorry about this. Okay. My headphones just love getting tangled up, don't they? I don't know. These always get tangled up though. It's really need to stop tangling these up somehow. Okay, finally it's done. Okay. Headphones are plugged in. Alright, let's begin the call. So sorry for the hold up, but these happen now and again. Of course now it's not gonna answer. Oops. I hit a button. Oh, should go over to transmitter now. Okay, fine, then whatever. Alright. Alrighty then. Oh, you know what I should have done at the beginning? I should have checked the volumes. Okay, there's a test as we do thingamajiggies. Okay, you know what, they're fine. Whatever. Of course, now, whereas I'm ready, or whereas Domtron's ready, he decides to just, I don't know. Oh, it's really have Do Not Disturb turned on, huh? No wonder I didn't get the call. Okay, we'll get to London Victoria and then I'll try to get Domtron on here. I know they're far away anyways. So I don't want to know you guys with hangouts noises and stuff. Okay. Clapham Junction. Alright, almost at London Victoria. Here's this cool place again. So I don't know where Domtron is. His internet probably went out. Because his internet is useless. Because apparently Domtron uses Comcast, which apparently is the only Wi-Fi service they can get where he lives. Also, this clips through the coaches. That's not realistic. Why is this dovetail? Yeah, they really should update their stuff. I'm supposed to save my game progress. Also, I just realized I haven't saved my game progress in this whole entire live stream. Or this whole game. Hey, imagine if it would have crashed in like the middle of it or something. Then there'd be serious problems indeed. But for the most part, this is the first live stream where there wasn't any super major issue, you know. Yeah, there was that minor fault at the beginning, but thankfully it was right at the beginning. So it was an easy fix, and thankfully no problems happened from there on out. Of course, I did have to warm up a bit to the 73, which makes a funny noise. It goes like duh. It's kind of funny. There's AWS Sunflower. Oops, I gotta slow down more. Okay, we're coming into London Victoria. Here we are. Okay. Slowed right down nicely. And here we are in London, Victoria. Okay, hopefully I was like, are the points on set right? Okay, thankfully they are. Thankfully didn't derail right at the end of the thingy, which is good. Okay, it's pretty soon we'll have to slow down. Okay, and stop. Alrighty. Oh, we call that a successfully completed journey. I think now we can turn off the engine. So, engine stop. Okay, I was hearing noise, but the noises are actually coming from the other trains, not this one specifically. So I think now this train here is completely, or the class 73 is now completely quiet except all the other trains in the background making noises. So anyways, with that, I'm gonna quickly see if I can get Domtron here, and if he does get here, then we'll do something with him. But if he doesn't, then we'll quickly do something else and then something else. So actually. Wait. Did I mute the desktop audio when I was doing that last bit? Well done, me. So, I forgot to unmute the desktop audio, and I bet that whole last bit was just silent train simulator. Okay, fine, whatever. Alright, well. So, I forgot to unmute the desktop audio. Therefore, the audio is going to be, weird. Because I forgot to unmute the desktop audio when I was, yeah. Best of all, because YouTube is so stupid and they can't do anything right, I can't go backwards in the... There he is. You're late. Silly Domtron. Of course, now he responds. Well, it's too late to do what we could have done.
What?
Hang on, give me a sec. Alrighty then, so yeah, so this was an interesting live stream. Of course, right at the end I have to forget to unmute the desktop audio, and it completely messes everything up. Well, hopefully you didn't mind, but, see, this is why I need people to watch these live streams, because whenever I do them, mistakes like this happen. And, yeah. So logic dictates that I should be ending this live stream now, except that Domtron is completely useless. And I mean completely and utterly useless. So yeah, So the last part of the live stream was now completely silent, but hopefully it's not a big deal because you heard most of the stuff. It was just basically, well, the sounds that you heard at the end was just the train shutting itself off, where basically the sound just goes quieter and stuff. So sorry you weren't able to hear the shutting down noises. So oopsie daisy, but you know, maybe next time you should watch this, or maybe next time, or if you're watching this live stream, how about next time you tune into one of these live streams so you can let me know if I make mistakes like this, and then I won't make mistakes like this. Okay, so anyways, yeah. So, the live stream, this was a good one. Well, then again, nobody really watches anyway, so I guess the fact that I didn't have any audio near the end isn't a big deal. Except now it looks like that's professional. I would go back in the live stream and check it, but... Oh, now answers. Hang on, give me a second. Alright, so I'm back.
Hello, everyone!
And I finally brought Domshon back. He
And he did not tell me we were doing a live stream.
It's Saturday!
Okay, so?
Therefore, I do a live stream, because I do a live stream every single Saturday from 5 to 7.
Well, how do I sound? Do I sound okay?
I don't know, I'm not listening to the live stream right now, but you should be just fine. Your voice sounds... Alright then, I guess. So, Logic dictates that I should be ending the live stream now. However, I'm going to quickly do share screen, so you can watch what happens...
My thing's good.
...at the grand finale of the live stream. So let's just quickly get rid of all this rubbish here.
387 and 73, what the...
Yes. Let's see, so let's go back to all games. Okay, now the viewers can see the game again. Okay.
Oh, by the way, funny, I didn't know that,
Yeah, so I just got done driving the class 73 from Brighton to London. Anyways, we are now going to drive this train, and I just gotta quickly set the thingy-majiggies. Yeah.
Can I tell you about the class 73 real quick?
What about it?
There's actually a very funny story with me in the class 73.
Oh, great.
Oh,
wait,
God.
have you driven it yet?
I'm just going to tell this later because I don't think anyone on live stream wants to hear it.
Well, is it friendly to the viewers or something?
Yes, it's friendly.
Alright, tell it then. Tell us as we do this.
Okay, so let me see here. What? Okay. Anyway. So, like a few years ago, before I even met Frony, I was looking at all these different diesel locomotives in Britain and stuff, and I saw the Class 73, and I was asking myself, what the flying... And I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking to myself, what the heck is this even?
Oh, dang it, I just ran a red.
Because it looks like an electric locomotive, but also it's like a diesel locomotive.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It literally, like, and then the way that it's built, it's so weird. Like, the front having just one light, there being 3 curved windows. Like, it's not curved, it's more like 3 windows in a curved pattern, but you get this deal. It's just, I don't know. So anyway, I looked it up, and I'm still looking at this.
Okay, this train is dumb. Alright, you know what? Let's just end this next to a not end it. You finish the story actually.
There's not really much. Pretty much what ended up happening is I looked I kept looking it up, and I even told one of my friends about it, and they agreed with me that it's literally the most derpiest UK engine they've ever seen. Yeah.
Well, I just got done driving in a train simulator. It's actually very realistic in this game, which is not really too much of a surprise considering that was made by good old Master Key Simulations, who just happened to be the exact same people that made the Class 460, which was also amazing. Also, hello there, Grayson Salman. Welcome to the live stream. It's literally just about to end. Although, before we end this live stream, now that somebody's here, I would like to make a special announcement. You may or may not already know this, but I'm going to tell everybody that doesn't know this. So, tomorrow, June 10th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, me, Domtron, and Russell will all be here on a live stream reacting to the Xbox Live, or the Xbox E3 press conference. And you know what that means? Well, if you've been following the channel long enough, you should know what it means, but...
Oh, and guys, there will also be a stream on my side, just for that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's pretty much going to be the exact same thing, so whoever you want to watch, just watch.
Wait, so are you doing that right now?
No, I'm talking about the stream for next week.
Next week?
Yeah, the E3 stream.
No, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Oh my goodness, where have you been?
Oh my blimey. Well, guys, there will be a stream tomorrow. At what time will this thing be on?
It's gonna be on, well, the show itself is gonna be on at 4, but the stream will be starting at 3:30, so I'll have a half an hour for predictions and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna do that. Pretty much, my stream starts at the same time as Fernie, so...
Yeah, so I guess we're both gonna be doing a live stream, apparently. Yay.
I already told you about this.
Oh. Well, you didn't tell me that you were doing a live stream on your side. This was only going to be a thing on my channel. But okay, it's going to be a thing on Domtron's channel as well. Okay, that works.
Shite. No.
Okay, anything else that we need to say that's important?
Yes, Russell is a bot.
Indeed he is. And also, Russell, you better be on the A3 live stream tomorrow. Because it's gonna be indeed, but it's gonna be a big event. In fact, it'll probably be the biggest event in the history of Top Gear 2.0 and possibly the history of the Front Development channel or Front the Teen channel, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, at this point we're just giving out shameless plugs because we got nothing better to do.
Yeah. And I am playing TF2.
Indeed, he is, because Domtron loves TF2 for some odd reason. So anyway, so Domtron, will you actually be here for the entire E3 show or the entire live stream? Because I'm planning on the live stream having going all the way from 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time to 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep, 3 hours is fine by me.
Okay, good. Also, make sure that you tell everybody in your household that you don't want to be interrupted for some odd reason because those are bad.
Play murders.
Oh wait, we don't say that on the show. Okay.
Right.
And that's about it. So hopefully Russell also gets here in time for the E3 live stream. Yeah, and I think now we're done with our shameless plugging and we're done with this live stream as a whole.
Goodbye, we'll see you next one. Goodbye.
Wait, that's not done. We're not done yet. Anyways, I gotta go now. This is now 4 minutes late ending, but you know what? That's okay. In the morning or afternoon tomorrow. No, afternoon tomorrow. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's in the afternoon, not in the morning.
Oh.
If it was in the morning, then it would be crazy because I don't wake up at 3:30 in the morning, and I don't think any of you guys do either.
Well, I'm up at 3:30 in the morning.
But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's enough of the shameless plugging and enough of Train Simulator. We hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And most importantly, make sure you attend the special E3 live stream tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Train.
Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in 7,000 years.
Goodbye, good rest.